Hey, how's it going out there? And how are you doing, folks? It is a Monday, June 28th, and we're coming off the unfortunate loss of the Atlanta Hawks to the Milwaukee Bucks last night. The Bucks go up 2-1, regain home field advantage, but more importantly, we are concerned about our uh, budding star with Atlanta, as Trae Young has been diagnosed with a bone bruise and is questionable officially for game four. Now, I know the first thing that most people are going to say is, well, Trae came out there and played with his shoulder and he was able to manage the game and everything like that. I think the difference in this particular case is uh, Trey's ability to still move and still handle the ball when his shoulder was hurting, that probably affected his shooting more than anything else. But I think this is one of those injuries, never having a bone bruise um, that I know of in my ankle. I've had a bone bruise before in my leg, and I've also had a bone bruise before on my hip, and they are painful. And I don't even come close to doing this on a professional level and never have. So I can only imagine what kind of stress he has to put on that foot. His game is predicated totally on his speed. While the jumper is awesome and the floaters are great, but Trae Young's complete game is predicated on how fast he is. That's the one thing that people don't realize. When you see him out there shaking and baking and putting people on skates, that's because he has that speed, that start speed. Without that, that takes away an element of what makes him so dangerous. Does that mean that I have completely lost faith in us being able to win game four or beyond? No, but at the same time, to say this is probably the worst case scenario you would want to have for your team, even yesterday, right before Trae Young went down and Milwaukee was making their run, Trae involves everyone in the game. So when you are looking at how great he is at not only creating for his own points, but being able to create for his own teammates. That's one of the things that I enjoy about watching his game, and cannot wait until we finally get some pieces here to work with him. A couple of things I noticed also about yesterday. Bogdanovich, I think a decision has to be made. Nate McMillan gave him support yesterday, uh, but he missed 16 shots. And if you think about the margin of victory at the end, when you kind of knew it was almost over, Bogey went, if I'm not mistaken, 2 for 10 from 3-point land, and three more threes, and we're possibly not only talking about a win, but we're talking about looking forward to game four because you have that other aspect as far as the shooter is concerned. Let's not fool each other. The New York Knicks series was made easily because Bogey was able to hit his shots to free up Trae, where you had to pay attention to him on the wing. Herter was good, but Bogey was the second option. Bogey was the man that was coming up with everything in the Knicks series that Trae Young wasn't. Not having him at 100%, it seems like right now it's you're kind of grasping for straws. Is it worth trying to see what we have left in Cam Reddish to throw him out there? I don't know. I know we're at a point where the season is over with if we lose two more games. So Nate, who has been pretty good about adjustments, I'm gonna trust whatever he throws out there. Obviously, we'll have to start thinking about it because if Trae isn't out there, that kind of changes the whole thing. I would imagine Lou Williams would start. I'm not sure Lou Williams at this stage of his career is built to last for 30 plus minutes in a game, which is probably when he's going to have to play. I know Knight is still on the bench with very few minutes in the game, and I know Mays, who gets a cup of coffee every week or so. Those guys aren't built for this stage, I believe, yet. You don't know until you throw them out there. Let me be fair. But at the same time, I'm not sure if these guys are going to be built to go out there on this stage and be able to perform. Though we might have to find out pretty soon whether they are or not. I see the little guy Portis out there, doing his thing. And, maybe if thrown into the fire, sometimes pressure will make you become a better player. So I'm looking forward to seeing what adjustments are going to be made. Even if Trae comes back, it's not going to be the same Trae Young. So what adjustments is Nate McMillan going to make? I think the majority of adjustments need to be made defensively. Giannis is going to get his. Giannis is, no pun intended, freak of nature. And there's just not a whole lot you're going to be able to do with him. The best thing so far is possibly putting him on the line and count to 13 and hope that that kind of messes him up. It seemed to bother him a little bit. I don't know whether the counting was bothering him or the fact that he's probably just not a great free throw shooter. But that's probably going to be the only thing that's going to keep him, doing those things just to stop him from, going. As far as the game plan, just play better defense. Just got to play better defense. That's the only thing I see that's going to help. Middleton, who I've told people before going into this series, he was kind of like Tobias Harris for Philadelphia. Everybody's paying attention to Simmons and Embiid, and that's the guy that's going to kill you if you don't pay attention. On Milwaukee coming into this series, folks were paying attention to Giannis and Drew Holiday, who, $40 million, you better pay attention to him. Chris Middleton is that guy that can come and wreak havoc for you. And I felt like yesterday, the Atlanta Hawks played a decent game of back and forth and kind of didn't let Milwaukee get too far ahead. Atlanta had the very beginning spurt. I knew Milwaukee was going to make their run. But when you think about from the second quarter on to the Trae's injury near the end of the third quarter, they were doing a great job of going back and forth with them. I feel like if they hit those open shots, it was killing me that they were missing the open shots. Not even so much the contested shots. There were a couple of contested shots. I was like, okay, y'all hitting those. But that's the disappointing of Bogey. And, even JC missed a couple of open shots. Gallinari, who played very well. Look, Gallinari did not come to the Atlanta Hawks to put in 30 minutes. But I know because of the matchups that we have going on, he's been logging a lot more minutes than probably expected. But when you are getting to the point, and it's one of those things Trae Young does with his speed, if you're able to get the defense paying attention to you up top, and you can free up those shooters for open shots. The open shot guys, you gotta hit them. Open shots, you should be at 60%. Nothing less. Open shots. Open shots, that's why Trae creates. That's where his speed comes in. You've got to hit those. Without Trae or even a hobbled Trae, this is a different team. And I'm not ready to just, pack up and say it's completely over. It's 2-1. Anything can happen. Trae could miraculously get better. Go to the right massage person, shoot up the right cortisone into the bone. I don't know. I don't know what his recovery speed is and don't know what his health is. But I do know it's going to be a challenge one way or another. I like the Hawks to put up a fight, but it's definitely going to be an uphill battle. The pluses that you're in Atlanta, maybe the crowd can help you out. The crowd was very loud for the majority of the game, especially when Atlanta was making their runs and Trae was doing spectacular things, and when JC was able to come in, not being in foul trouble. But it's going to be an uphill battle, folks. It is. So the question is all faith lost in the Hawks with the news of the injury? All faith is not lost, but it is going to be a struggle. It really is. Hey, make sure you tell your friends about Uncle Steve's Lounge. I'm here on YouTube, looking for subscribers, looking for comments, looking for likes. You guys, make sure you tell everybody about the station. We talk Falcons, we talk Hawks, we talk Braves, we talk Atlanta sports and sports in general, and sometimes we just talk. So come join your uncle here on the station, man. We'll talk to you guys later. Glad to have y'all in here. See you then, okay?